Hi, this is Little Dwarf playing games while rambling incoherently into a microphone. Why? Well, just because I can. And this time I'll be playing Disco Elysium Blind. Now, I have been recommended this game by a lot of people, but most importantly, by my best friend and glorious liege lord, Quillis. So, I dedicate this whole playthrough to you, my liege. I hope you drop by from time to time to compare your opinions on the game to mine. But supposedly this game is superb, and I am very much into RPGs, and specifically RPGs that offer interesting topics for discussion or like something to ponder. And this game is concentrated a lot on philosophy and politics, so I am bound to have some opinions on that. Let's start a new game. Select an archetype. Okay, I can create my own character, which I will. Intellect, psyche, physique, and motorics. Okay, so intellect is raw brain power, how smart you are. Psyche, sensitivity, how emotionally intelligent you are. Physique, your musculature, how strong you are. Motorics, your senses, how agile you are. Now, I think I am going to dumpstart my physical attributes and just go with a very cerebral and kind of charismatic character. Yeah, I think I'll go with that. Because in those story-driven RPGs, for example, in Planescape Torment, I would say sort of mental attributes are king, because they help you basically uncover more content as your character is more observant and more able to like connect the dots on various things. So I'll be really shit at physical activity, but I can live with that. That's kind of, you know, in line with my actual lived experience. Okay, set a skill. Set signature. Click to mark selected signature skill. Okay, so what do I have? Logic. Wield raw intellectual power, deduce the world. Call upon all your knowledge. Encyclopedia. Rhetoric. Practice the art of persuasion. Understand cop culture. What? That's weirdly specific. I think I'm going to specialize in rhetoric, so that I can, convince people easier of my argument. That's something that I always like having in games, diplomacy. Signature skill +1. So does it just give me a bonus, or is there something? Click to mark selected skill as signature. Oh, okay, so there's a very detailed description for every skill, but I'm not about to read that now. Okay, I'll go with rhetorics. The Furies are at home in the mirror, it's their address. Even the clearest water, if deep enough, can drown.
There is nothing, only warm primordial blackness. You're conscious ferments in it, no larger than a single grain of malt. You don't have to do anything anymore.
Apparently it's my ancient reptilian brain speaking, which is like the oldest part of a human brain, because obviously our brains evolved with us over time. And became more complex.
Ever Never. Never, ever.
Simply keep on non-existing. Never, ever, ever?
Never, ever, ever, baby.
Simply keep on non-existing. Man, wouldn't that be cool if you just could not exist?
An inordinate amount of time passes. It is utterly void of struggle. No ex-wives are contained within it.
What? What was that about the ex-wives?
An awareness creeps up on you. A mass lies hidden in your dead angle, soaking in some lurid acidic sauce. It's bloated and shameful, a ball of meat surrounding you. This is a terrible line of questioning, and it will only lead to more awareness of the meat thing.
Yeah, probably. To be honest, obviously I must already exist if I am able to formulate any thoughts on the matter at all. But what was that about my ex-wife?
Ex-love. Ex-tenderness. It is foolish of you to resurface to the loss. Not after all the damage you've suffered to get here. Some of it irreversible. Stay. Sail with me through the abyss of pelagic zone.
What? I have no idea what that means. What that word means. I assume it's something synonymous with nothingness, but the exact meaning of that word is a mystery to me. I like pain. Yeah, I do not. To be honest, not existing is alright with me, but there wouldn't be much of a game. Alonzi? What? Again, I don't understand what this means, but I'm fine with not existing. Thank you very much.
Alright, nothing town to fuck all borough.
Look, I am tired of being this type of animal, and who gives a shit?
Not you. Your days of giving a shit and being that type of animal are over.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think so. Again, I have to be alive to be able to think. I guess I am on the brink of death, and considering whether pushing on is worth it. Yeah, sing me the Song of Death. How about that?
The Song of Death is sweet and endless. But what is this? Somewhere in the sore, bloated man-meat around you. A sensation. Like a fly to the ointment, your conscience sticks to it. The limbed and headed machine of pain and undignified suffering is firing up again. It wants to walk the desert, hurting, longing, dancing to disco music.
You can take it. You're a champion.
Volition. Success. Yeah, so again, it seems to me I am on the brink of death and actually trying to convince myself to keep on, which volition represents my will. So I guess I did. I wonder if I can kill myself, by not wanting to live. Stop, I don't want to hear more about this sensation. Take me back to the formless, disembodied nothing.
The stench of liquor rises from your mouth, and with it, an ungodly headache.
Help someone, cut off my head. It's trying to murder the rest of me.
A fiery streak penetrates your skull, trying to force your eyes open. It's a sound, a clarion call from hell.
Somehow, you know what it is. A caprice to name the motor carriage.
What? Is that a brand of car? I assume so. But motor carriage is a very weird, sort of antiquated way of referring to a car. Open your eyes. Oh man, that must have been one hell of a binge. I mean, nothing but my underwear. Obviously there are bottles around. Okay, probably getting my pants. Is a good idea, generally speaking. But you're telling me Disco gives me a malus to some kind of a skill? Savoir-faire. What? What's savoir-faire? I know what savoir-vivre is, but apparently the pants are a little tighter on the thighs. These golden trousers are flare cut. Normal bell-bottom trousers would be boot cut, but these are far from normal. They are someone's piss-soaked, cum-stained party pants. Well, I didn't really need that detailed of a description. Thank you very much. Looks like someone skinned this blazer off some long extinct disco animal. It has an enigmatic white rectangle on the back and the right sleeve. Okay, I apparently have 1 health, which means I could probably get killed by a light breeze. What's that? The ceiling fan. Okay, hold tab to highlight interactive objects. That's very useful.
You hear a jingle. Keys are clinking in the pocket of your flare-cut pants. It says, whirling in rags, on the aluminium keyring. There is a single key on the ring. The number 1 is etched on it. It should open the door.
Hey, I could have sworn I had the blazer on. Probably is there a shirt? I can't fail to notice that I am not currently wearing a shirt. You see bottles in the bathtub, wine, beer and sweet liquors. White satin shirt. Apparently it's -1 suggestion for whatever reason. Unsavory odor. Oh, fair enough, to be honest. It's very sensible. The white satin shirt used to be fancy. It used to really catch the light. Now it smells like someone took a piss in the armpits, which, to be honest, judging by the description of my pants, might literally be true. Can I take a look at myself in the mirror?
A mirror hangs above a bent and broken sink. In a fierce discharge of masculine energy, someone has ripped half the faucet off. Hot water sprays from the base and steam covers the mirror. You cannot see yourself, just the outline of a man. Suddenly, you realize you have no memory of the face that awaits you there, underneath the soft vapor.
Wipe the mirror.
As you slowly reach your hand towards the surface of the mirror. Abort. You clearly have not thought this through. You won't like what you see there, and you will never unbecome it.
What? Can I really, how dangerous can it be to take a look at myself in the mirror? Although, what is interesting to me is the fact that it says here, you have no memory of the face that awaits you there. So, does that imply amnesia? Because it's as if I don't even remember what I look like. Everyone knows how they look like because they have seen themselves in a mirror or other reflective surface a number of times. And this is as if I'm looking in the mirror for the very first time. I will do it because I'm interested. Is there some kind of a morale damage? Like, will I get morale damage from that? Because I do have morale as a stat. So, I don't care. Wipe the mirror. Yeah, that's not looking great, but to be honest, better than the description of my pants had made me expect.
You have no idea who this thing is, do you?
This is the face of a late-stage alcoholic. Yeah, that, to be honest, likely.
Too late. You clearly have rigor mortis on your face. Oh wait, is that an expression? Are you trying to make an expression with that face? Why?
I'm not making it. The face is making it itself.
Please stop. It's horrible. You're scaring yourself.
And to be honest, it's a bit weird how I'm smiling all of a sudden, but alright.
Oh my god. You can't stop. It's like it's not even voluntary anymore. You have worn that grin into your face and now it won't come off.
Yeah, that's what our moms. That's what our moms always. At least in Poland, I'm not sure if that's universal, but I think so. Your mom warning you if you make a face, it'll stick.
What does it even mean? What is the emotion you're trying to convey?
I'm insinuating that I'm vaguely sympathetic. I think I'm sort of pulling it off too, in a sad has-been kind of way. There is some charm to it.
There might have been, 10 years ago. It's little more than a cadaverous spasm now.
Okay, so I do have skill checks and it gives me the odds. That's interesting. Okay, so electrochemistry, impossible, 3% chance of success. Dig deep into your mind to locate the source of the expression.
Like the rest of you, it comes from a bad place, somewhere in the past. That's all you know for now.
Put skill points into encyclopedia to unlock this white check. Oh, so when I level up a skill, I can go back to things from before? Because this is a thought. I can always think it, I guess, and try this again. I might as well do this. Like, I'm not sure if I probably never going to up that skill all that much, but there is a 3% chance of success. And you know, double sixes is always a win.
It's too late. Like an image on film. The expression belongs to your primary motor cortex. It would take a minor neurological miracle for you to cease producing it.
Fair enough. Let's go back and take a look at the rest of the room. The magnum-sized bottle of Commodore Red is empty. Looks like someone tore out the tape while the song was playing. This reel-to-reel tape player is still on, rolling empty. And now, how does... This is the main door to the room, I imagine, that goes to the corridor. So where does this go? Unclear, and I can't open it. Green shoe. Okay, so I get one shoe. Fair enough. The green crocodile leather shoe has a high heel and chrome embellishments. It fits your left foot perfectly. Now all that remains is to find the other shoe. Yalinka, minus 44 centigrade, snowstorm. Woohoo reservation, minus 22 centigrade. Snowdrift. There's something on the table. Some change? I'm probably not going to just... I'm not going to take someone's money just laying there. Like, it looks kind of... You know, like someone has been paying for something, or... Although, I guess this is not the counter, because there's a wall here. It's like someone forgot their money in there. I'll leave it be for now.
Hello, officer.
The calendar says it's March, the year is 51. Okay, so I'm a cop. How does she know that? I don't look particularly presentable. Do we know each other?
The young woman raises a cigarette to her lips. A silver jumpsuit falls off her like scale armor, sparkling. This is the sparkle of too many nights out on the city.
Officer, am I military personnel?
No.
She seems perplexed by your question.
There's only one solution to this. You're a businessman.
No, that's stupid. Probably a cop. One of my skills literally says I know about cops. So, you know, me being a cop would probably help with that. And why did you call me an officer?
Because you're a police officer, sir.
You sure? She pulls on her cigarette. Are you sure?
I am, yes. Unless you've been feeding us a set of very well-rehearsed lies all this time.
She takes another drag. All this time?
You've been here for 3 days. On official police business, no less.
Yeah, to be honest, what happened in my apartment didn't seem much like official police business to me, but what do I know? What business is that?
Couldn't say. In truth, so far, mostly drinking.
Yeah, that's kind of what it looks like.
You have no doubt about the drinking. But do you strike yourself as a tight-lipped drunk? She must have heard something.
Suggestion. Try the expression on her. Let her know that you want her physically. No, I do not. I do not want her physically. I might not know where I am, or who I am, or what a Cupri's kinema is, but or how I know what one sounds like.
She nods.
But I do know when someone's not telling me the whole story. What am I doing here? What's my case?
There's a mercenary out back. He's been hanged. The body has been there for a week now. The locals probably got tired of it and called the cops.
She speaks matter-of-factly, but there's a sadness in her voice.
And why didn't you just tell me that?
I didn't mean to overwhelm you with information. You seem a bit lost, officer.
Who in their right mind would let me be an officer of the law? No. Why I don't remember being a cop, or anything else for that matter.
Could it be because of the drinking?
Yeah, it could. It could. She raises an eyebrow, the cigarette sizzles. Who in their right mind would let me be an officer? I'm not going to choose this, but I might choose this. It's a bit of self-deprecation. Never hurt anyone.
Don't be so harsh on yourself. They let almost anyone be a police officer.
A glib remark. Don't let it stand. Assert yourself.
Wait, what? That makes me seem somewhat schizophrenic. Like, first I make a joke at my own expense, and then I get offended when someone follows up. Actually, I can see why they would entrust me with the law. I have the right character.
A fondness for contradictory statements.
Yeah, that's fair. That's a point for you. That's a point for you. I think I saw sadness in you when you told me about the hanged man. Others would have missed it.
But I wasn't sad.
She tilts her head. Okay, apparently I have nothing else to say. Alright, I should get going.
Of course. Be careful, officer. They don't like the police around here.
She puts out her cigarette.
She looks back at you, a light glinting off her eyes.
Goodbye.
Looks like she left a nice long stub in the ashtray. Still smoking.
The door is closed.
Yeah, I see no point in talking to her again. Although I'm kind of tempted to knock just to see if she's going to get annoyed by it, but I'll leave her be for now. And this weekend edition of the satirical newspaper Trompe le Monde. Can I read that though? Because I am interested in reading that. I don't think so. Why do my clothes keep undressing themselves? I don't quite understand that. Before I go downstairs, let me check where this goes. Oh, it goes out. Okay, this is a balcony. The smell of the sea makes you dizzy. Oh, is that my other boot? It is. They might have lost some of their luster over the years, but the green crocodile leather fits you perfectly, plus one composure. Awesome watchtower heels. Minus one savoir-faire. Heels ridiculously high. How do I view my skills? Because I should have read what savoir-faire even is. Sneak under the noses. Under their noses, stun with immense panache. Okay, so that's like my ability to like impress people with sort of like how cool I am and my overall style of movement. Alright. I'm pretty shit at it as it is, because it's based on motorics. To be honest, with such an attribute spread, I probably classify as physically disabled. Like, I literally have one hit point, which means, you know, any damage that I'll take will just kill me instantly. Who is that? Impossible to tell, to be honest. Although I do quite like the closer camera, so I think I'll go with that, actually. Nothing on the front page rings a bell. Strange. Yeah, to be honest, not that strange, because I do seem to have amnesia, so, you know. Can I listen to the radio? Not available. I can't change channels or anything like that, so I'll just go down the stairs. Because I can't knock on that door, right? Nope. This is where the lyrics would be. A big old karaoke mic, just waiting for someone to sing into it. The speaker is connected to the radio. The music is seasoned with static.
You should totally sing karaoke here, the first chance you get. Your emotions need to be expressed. People need to know your vast, oceanic soul.
To be honest, I'm not sure. I'm not sure under which skill would singing even fall. It could possibly be this, which would mean I am hilariously bad at it. Yeah, but sure. Although at this point my soul's cubic content is probably obscured by the hangover.
Of course, at this point, precise measurements of your soul can only be performed from the outside. It needs to be heard. Through a PA system. By other people.
What should I sing when it comes to it?
You have not yet stumbled on the right lamentation. But it's out there. It'll come to you. You will wreak havoc with it.
Well, to be honest, people probably don't want to hear about my problems. I think maybe I could sing something happy, get people going.
No. Don't sing the happy song. It's stupid. Sing the sad song. It's profound. You have to find something tragic to sing first, though.
New task, sing karaoke. Okay, so I have to find the song.
A man in his late 20s stands behind the counter, inspecting a soft seabird. As you approach, he gives you a sideways glance, then looks down again. That was disdain in his eyes. Even now he's purposely ignoring you.
Look at the stuffed bird.
A competent work of taxidermy. The white and brown seabird lies among piles of coasters and drying mugs. One of its wings broken. The man is trying to mend it. Looks like the bird was ripped off the shield that was used to mount it, most likely on a wall. This is the Great Skua. The seabird is the symbol for the discovery of the Insulindian Isola, the part of the world you are in right now.
Okay, so I'm not part of an actual reality, because I'm pretty sure there is no place in reality called Insulindia. And specifically, it says here the part of the world you're in now. You know, as if the sentence is structured in a way that suggests it's not our world. It's some other world.
Something about it makes you feel bitter.
That's the Great Skua, right?
Look, your buddy is over there.
He looks at the doors where a man in a bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor.
Why don't you go and talk to him, okay?
What do you mean, my buddy?
He pretends not to hear you, concentrating on the bird instead.
Something tells me you don't like me.
Oh no, you're a hero. A real hero cop.
He says without looking up.
Could the massive property damage upstairs have anything to do with this?
Well, you're being sarcastic.
Am I? Or did you ride in, take the body down, solve the murder, and not trash my hostel room?
Oh my god, did I did all of those things? Yeah, I'm guessing I didn't do any of those things.
You're right, you didn't, and it's only taken you 3 days not to.
What have I been doing all this time? Have you seen me around?
No, I haven't seen you around. I'm not always here.
He looks down again and keeps plucking at the bird. Are you the bartender?
No, I'm not the bartender. I'm the cafeteria manager.
What's the difference?
I have 3 cafeterias to manage. 3. Sylvie tends the bar here, not me. I'm only standing in.
Where did she go?
She just, you know.
He shrugs.
His eyes dart from left to right. This man isn't lying, but he is hiding something.
She just what?
So now you're a cop. Forget it.
Alright, fair. The menu has been wiped clean, only the word Monday is written on it. A woman's hand wrote yesterday's menu. Today starts in a man's handwriting. What? Nosafed? What's that? How do I... That's a healing item of some sort, but how do I inspect it to learn exactly what it does? Sing karaoke. This is a water cooler. A large bubble is rising to the surface. Yeah, but I'm more interested in that thing that I just picked up. I am confused. This royal pinball machine is unplugged.
Hello, sweetie. You shouldn't keep your colleague waiting.
She nods towards the man in the orange bomber jacket. I will keep him waiting for as long as I can, because I want to explore things. Summer door closed for the winter. A bottle of rum has been knocked over. Beautiful dark liquid is spilling out. Sleeping dockworker. A man is sleeping at the table, wearing mud-caked boots and rolled down overalls. The back of his shirt reads Wild Pines, encircled by a logo with a tree.
On the counter, rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine.
No, I'm not going to steal a man's pills. Like, it's kind of crazy. And also, I'm not going to wake him up, because that's pretty rude, all things considered. The sign reads, Mess Hall reserved for union members. Door opens at 4 p.m. The door is bolted. A sign reads, Kitchen reserved for personnel until 1 p.m. Okay, it tells me that I need to find a sad song on a tape. I think there are some tapes back in my room. Although it might just be. Yeah, I guess there are no tapes, because it specifically mentioned the recorder. It's playing without tapes.
This fan has 2 chain pull switches. One ends in a tiny fan, the other in a light bulb. A truly horrific necktie has somehow attached itself to one of the blades. Or has it been consigned there as punishment? You feel as though this creature is your friend and wants to reattach itself to your neck so that you may continue your adventures together in this strange world.
To be honest, I probably has 2 chain pull switches. Probably should disable the fan, because with 1 health, if I get a paper cut, it might literally kill me.
The blades come squeaking to a halt. It should be easier to reach the tie now. A terrible mistake. Turn the lights off immediately. You can practically feel the photons burning a hole in your brain.
Okay, right. I'm horribly hungover.
The lights are off.
Try to grab the tie.
You swoop up and catch the tie. Snap. It's released from the blade. Warning, warning. The necktie is no longer contained. What you have in your hand is a fantastically colourful tie with 4 or 5 different patterns. The knot reminds you of a noose. If it's your friend, why was it up there? Who ties their friend to a ceiling fan? Maybe this thing is dangerous somehow.
Man, I must be really drunk, really hungover and still probably kind of drunk, because those are not coherent thoughts of a normal person. Like, and anthropomorphizing my own tie and stuff.
An ominous, foreboding feeling fills you as you look at the tie.
What does it do, though?
There they both are. 2 identical shoes, both copiously green and indiscriminately snakeskin, reunited on your feet, like 2 baby crocodiles.
They do not look like normal cop shoes, that's for sure.
It's pretty clear a normal cop is not what you are.
How do they fit?
Good, they're balanced, comfy. Feels like the only good thing about you right now, truth be told.
Alright, but what about the necktie? Oh, it's already equipped. The necktie is adorned with a garish pattern. It's disturbingly vivid. Somehow you feel as though it would be wrong to ever take it off. It's your friend now. You will betray it if you change it for some boring scarf. But why isn't it represented on my person, though? Oh, because I just took it off. It literally is represented on my person. Okay, I didn't find the tapes, but it was still worth it.
A bespectacled man in an orange bomber jacket is tapping his foot on the floor. Looks like he's waiting for someone. You. As you approach, he narrows his eyes and extends his hand in greeting. If an assault were launched on this building right now, if the windows came crashing down and the whole world descended upon you, this man would hurl himself in death's way to save you. You are sure of this, but why?
So apparently we're good friends, although his jumper does kind of remind me of a prison, of prisoner's clothes. Who is he to me?
He is your half-brother.
Oh, alright.
Hello, I'm Kim Kitsuragi, Lieutenant, Precinct 57. You must be from the 41st.
His grip is firm.
You realize he's waiting for your name. This is your chance to come up with a really good name for yourself. Get creative. Conceptualize.
I am tempted to do this because I think it would be funnier. Especially because I have a high chance of success. But that would be a lie. Like, I obviously had to have a name already. I don't really know my name.
Okay then.
He processes the information and then disregards it.
It looks like we had a little scheduling error on Sunday. Saturday too, actually. Have you had time to talk to the manager here?
What he means is, he has been trying to meet up with you for 2 days, but you have been otherwise occupied.
You mean him? Nods towards the cafeteria manager. Yeah, I just talked to him.
If you don't mind, we should talk to him again. Ask him for a rundown of the area. Now that I'm here as well. I understand the scene is out back, right? It also wouldn't hurt to assure him the police are finally here. In full force, I mean. Have you mapped out the initial interviews?
Yes, the police. I'm aware I'm a policeman. What interviews?
At the 57th, we like to prepare an initial list of persons of interest, and then just skim the surface. Prepare the field, get to know the players. You don't do that? Maybe it's not an inter-district practice.
He gestures with his fingers. I haven't done that, actually.
Okay, we'll have time for that after we take a look at the coroner's case. Have you removed the dead body from the tree?
Well, no.
So, the body is still in the tree.
This is the first time I detected weariness in the lieutenant's voice. It is obvious I would have preferred for the body to no longer be in the tree.
Where it has been hanging for 7 days straight. We should go there as soon as we are done talking together.
But I can't remember anything.
I can see you drank last night and the night before, and that you are still drunk now. But I have seen officers go through worse. Much worse.
He says after a long moment of silence.
If you need something for your headache, there is a general store nearby. But as I said, the dead body should be our #1 concern.
How can you be so sure I'm from the police, if I don't remember anything?
I was sent here to meet a detective from Precinct 41. You have the insignia of the Citizens Militia on your sleeve and on your back.
He points to your jacket.
I suppose you could be impersonating him. You could have gotten the insignia from the black market or forged it. But for now, I'm going to set those possibilities aside. I'm not from the Inspectorate General.
Inspectorate General means internal affairs. What he's saying is he's not from the rat squad and isn't supposed to suspect such things.
You mean internal affairs?
Yes, but I'm not them. I'm from criminal investigation.
The white rectangles, you mean? Point to your sleeve.
Yes.
But they are just white rectangles.
They're not just white rectangles. They bear a halogen watermark with the letters RCM and a pattern resembling the street grid of Revachol West. I would ask you to step into the headlights of my motor carriage, but again, it's none of my concern. I just need you to do your job.
But shouldn't I have a badge or something? Check your pockets.
You mean you don't have a badge?
Well, it was not on me when I woke up.
Losing your identification card is a serious matter. My vehicle has a shortwave. You can use it to report your badge missing. I would advise you to locate it as quickly as possible. But getting the body down should still take precedence.
Yeah, let's go.
After you, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi is now in your party. You can talk to him whenever by interacting with him.
Okay, so I have a party. Interesting.
Yes?
Tell me about the case.
What do you want to know?
Well, literally anything. I can't remember anything.
Maybe you can tell me what you do know, to help me narrow it down a bit.
A young woman told me a mercenary has been hanged. That's all.
Then you are not that far behind, actually. Do you want me to brief you?
Yes, that sounds good.
3 days ago, the RCM Emergencies Desk received a report about a security guard who was found hanged in Martinez. An anonymous caller said there was a dead body behind the Whirling and Rags hostel cafeteria. The cadaver had been there for 4 days. No one had come to investigate. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute between the local dock workers and the logistics company Wild Pines. I was told we should approach the death as part of this dispute.
Does the briefing say who the victim was?
A security guard or worker of some sort, hired by Wild Pines. This was just hearsay from Martinez, of course. We need to find out the truth.
Who was the caller?
To find him or her is one of our tasks here. For now, all we know is that the tone was muffled, using a device of some sort. The desk could identify neither the caller's age nor sex.
What? I can understand not being able to verify the age. That's something you probably need some experience and actual, actual knowledge about. But to not be able to identify the sex, the body would have to be, mutilated. Otherwise, I would say it's generally, not that difficult to tell whether someone's... although I guess they could have sort of like an androgynous build. Because there are people like that who, sort of blur the line appearance-wise, and you're not really sure at first whether you're talking to a man or a woman. Why hide themselves?
There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto police in Martinez. Now it appears they've started executing too. We cannot allow that.
Wait, and the RCM is?
That's us, the Revachol Citizens Militia. We're the police in this city.
The RCM, or the Revachol Citizen Militia, is the police force you and him are part of. A self-organized peace corps of the occupied city of Revachol. The RCM operates within a legal twilight, yet its authority is rarely questioned. It's super useful to know this.
Let me make this clear. Our job here is to find the killer.
That's right.
Alright. If we were from different precincts, why are we on the same case?
I'm afraid you and I are pawns in a pissing competition.
He considers the phrasing.
His disdain is clear. This man would not use such an expression otherwise.
What do you mean?
You don't know? I assumed you were in on it.
His eyes narrow. You know what I'm in on? Retrograde amnesia.
Better still than an imbecile cop-off.
Cop-off?
It's just stupidity. We shouldn't waste any more time on it. If you want my take, ask me after we've inspected the victim.
Alright.
Was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Can we go over the preliminary info again? No, because you'll just repeat what you said, right?
You mean like a brief? Do you want me to brief you again?
No.
There's no reason to wing anything. If you didn't get the brief, that's okay. I did.
Well, I did from you.
3 days ago, the RCM emerged. During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did. Okay then. Was there anything else you wanted to know?
Would you say this is a mysterious case?
No, it's not a particularly mysterious case.
He considers your question for a moment before answering. Why not?
The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case getting more mysterious than that.
I think labor disputes are very mysterious. It could be sexy. What? I think labor disputes are very mysterious. It's a weird thing to say. To be honest, all of those things are rather weird things to say.
Then you are in luck, because we are in the midst of a major strike by the dock workers' union. Maybe more than that. The union clearly wants a piece, not just of the industrial harbor, but the Wild Pines Corporation itself.
Is this a strike then? Or the first shots in a workers' coup?
I expect the case itself to be less challenging than navigating these community matters. This district isn't used to the RCM's presence, and the union rarely ever plays its hand, as it appears to have done in this case.
Wait, so is it a strike or an attempted coup?
Strike, coup, revolution. It's brigandage, however you parse it.
You feel something rising through you, a familiar feeling, an opinion taking form.
Should ground the workers into fine paste and feed them to the pigs. God, no. How about we should ground the owners into a fine paste? Man, so some radical opinions. I don't think grounding one or the other side into pig's feed will do anyone any favors. I am really, really smart.
When I said we have to navigate community matters, I did not mean we have any say in them. I meant we should be careful. If we are not, the shit will blow right in our faces.
He makes a quick gesture towards his visage, where the shit would blow.
From an imaginary fan.
Yes, I know. Thank you, mind.
Now, was there anything else you wanted to know about the case?
Yeah, that's it for now.
Good.
I think you really should know that I really can't remember anything.
No response. He just arches his brow. He's having trouble processing it, believing it even.
I feel like I must repeat this. I don't remember anything. There was heavy drinking involved.
Have you tried concentrating on something other than your personal affairs?
There is a sudden, harsh edge to his voice, like he's tired of hearing about your personal affairs.
Well, but I am completely lacking in basic information about even this organization we're in. Can you help me?
Fine. We should get through this day first. Off hours begin at 9 p.m. If you're still having trouble then, I can give you an orientation.
So what should I concentrate on? Probably the case.
Try work. The case at hand. It can work miracles.
Yeah, fair.
Focus on other people's troubles, not your own. That is a relief.
A moment passes. The lieutenant glances at the sports watch on his wrist.
I want to talk about you.
Me?
Yes, you.
I don't see how my life is pertinent to the investigation.
Well, we would work better together if we have some report.
That's a fair point. All right, for the good of the investigation, what do you want to know?
Wearing glasses. You don't look like other people around here. Is that supposed to be a racist remark? I can't tell. A lot depends on, like, the tone you take or whatever. You're wearing glasses.
That's correct.
You feel a slight urge to put the lieutenant down for this, but you can't quite muster enough testosterone.
Okay, to be honest, that's for the best. Yeah, I don't feel that need. That would be extremely stupid. Although when I started to wear glasses, I used to be self-conscious about it for a bit, but now I just don't particularly care. Glasses are cool, I guess.
Are they? They are mostly just cumbersome.
You could use a good, normal pair yourself.
You don't look like other people around here.
That's because I'm half Seolite, or quarter. My father's father was from Seoul. So was my grandmother, but from my mother's side. It's not an interesting topic.
He shakes his head. What is Seoul?
It's a part of the world, officer. A geopolitical entity and a geographic division. I told you it wouldn't be interesting.
Seoul is a protectionist, isolationist, pan-Isolari state west of the Insulindian Isola. Actually, it's quite interesting. Some would even say mysterious.
You're only making it sound uninteresting. I still want to know more about Seoul.
You're barking up the wrong tree. I don't speak a word of Seolite. I've never met either one of my grandparents, and I've never been to Seoul. I'm a regular Revachelier.
He seems almost proud of these things.
A point of pride to him. He's glad to have shut down your question.
Tell me a secret about yourself.
No.
The lieutenant narrows a single eyebrow. How about if I pretty please?
Your brain sends the signal to your lips, but they refuse the order. Something is paralyzing them. You're pretty sure it has something to do with the lieutenant's eyebrow. The eyebrow is exercising psionic control over you.
What's happening to me?
Something the matter, detective?
This guy's got authority off the charts. With just the flick of his eyebrow, he's able to make you his thrall.
Yeah, it's kudos, I guess, to him. So what can I do about it?
Nothing. You better hope he doesn't abuse his authority. There's a lot of it.
Silently scream for help.
If the lieutenant were an evil man, who knows what sort of havoc he could wreak. Fortunately, he is a committed officer of the RCM. He'll only use his powers for the good of the investigation. The lieutenant relaxes his eyebrow, and you seem to regain control of yourself.
Do you ever talk with yourself?
What do you mean?
You know, when you're thinking, do you ever have, like, conversations with your brain?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
The lieutenant's conceptualization skills must be rather rudimentary. The lieutenant is a police officer of the old school. His concerns are material and extrinsic. But this isn't an old school case.
Ah, I get it. You're one of those old school detectives. Not respectfully.
So what? That makes you the new school? God spare us. For real detective work, nothing beats a good notebook by your side.
The lieutenant produces his small blue notebook and idly thumbs through a few pages. That's where his conversations with himself take place. We all have our different mediums. His is written.
Good. Let's change the subject.
You seem to be following me.
Excuse me?
Well, just an observation.
You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, you would surely collide.
What do you mean by distinctive?
I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegiate observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically.
How's that?
They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers.
You're kidding. Why containers?
I don't know. Containers contain, I guess. I'm making assumptions. We should move on.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. He regrets bringing it up.
Okay. I think that's it. And that's also it for this episode. I'm going to make a hard save. And end it here. The first impressions are generally good, I would say. I am sort of glad about the amount of skill checks that I do get. I love skill checks in game. I think in games, I think they let you express your character better, and it also gives replayability, because if I would have chosen a different skill set, I would have, I would have succeeded at different skill checks. So yeah, that's it for now. That's all for this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.